Oh, it has been... Well, it was a busy night, because I had a whole bunch of stuff to catch up on, essentially, after the end of the last log. And, I have a whole ton to show, I guess. Well, not a whole ton, but like a reasonable amount. And, then, I've got a bunch to get working on. So, with that in mind, let's get to it, shall we, everybody? So first off, the rover's fine, and there haven't really been any significant changes to it from its conception to the last point, except we have got now some actual heavy armor at the front here, so if it rams into anything by any sheer possible mistake or accident, whatever, it should be able to take a bit more of a punch. And then it will start to damage the cockpit. This might be like the third cockpit, for all you guys know, never mind why. And also, we have this new ramp. So before, the ramp went all the way up, and it got us to like the ground level that we have here, but then there was the greater problem of if it was full of materials, it couldn't actually reach there. And then I also found out that if we didn't have this little ramp here, and if it was unloaded, it also couldn't really reach the connector. So we've got this ramp to just drive up the back of, and it'll just more or less hang out and be fine. And the buttons are still in place, as you can see there. Rolls a little bit, but it does stop nonetheless right before there, as long as it's empty. Of course, if it was actually full, it might go a little bit further. But for the most part, everything is back in place. I do need to put my clock back up, I guess, but you know, for the moment, it's fine. And it doesn't really crash into anything now, and it's coming off nice and easily and lazily. Very good, very good. And we can drive off over to here, where we have also got a similar kind of docking bay, I guess we call them, parking spot, whatever, just onto the side there. As you can see, I've also greatly expanded out where this comes from, and we also have a whole, like, actually complete section here, which is grand, because it means that I have an actual, like, parking section that can that will not necessarily, like, disintegrate the second it takes the slightest bit of damage. And I now no longer have to keep meddling with the height of the wheels. They are back to their 25 centimeter offset. Just gotta make sure we don't get too fresh with it when we're going in. Here we go, that should be about right. And good, there we go. Okay, and then load up. Fill in full of stone. Quite happy and readily. Very good. So yeah, we've got an actual, like, docking bay kind of system going here, and it means that we don't have to worry about anything with regards to getting resources and such. Not a lot's happened over here otherwise. As I say, I've, like, widened this out in case I need to come in from this angle for whatever reason, and I improved this slope so that it's much gentler and all the sorts, all the sorts. And if we got this on currently, nope, but we do have a light to tell me if it is on, right up there. So I can now actually tell from a distance if I've left the drill on, which is kind of important, because Lord knows if this starts backing up, it's going to start shooting out rocks, and that will not be pleasant for basically anybody, but specifically me, more or less. But yep, so all filled up there, all grand and good. So I can get back in here. I'm going to turn this off just as I leave, just because I don't want it to have an issue. It would be very bad if it had some kind of issue. And as before, we have this drive up. I can just gonna be a little bit more careful in this, because I don't really want to break anything again. But once we get up to here, it's pretty much, like, just fine. No worries. And then we just do our usual 3-point turn, well, 3-point reverse, and we can get all of our gubbins back out again. Pretty nice. Now, it is a little bit more difficult to actually back up into the connector because there's gravity trying to pull us back down, but for the most part, it's fine. So let me just blip, and blip. Okay. Using the actual reverse camera that I built for this reason. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, there we go. Quite happily, all plugged together and working as intended. Hurrah. And the upside of that is that it's now tremendously easy for us to actually get actual, like, components, materials, resources, and such. We're just chugging through them there. Let's go to ones of this actual ship, and we can see we're already counting up 400 iron there, plus, but I've also backlogged a bunch of other materials, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about building those later on. That said, we still don't really have, like, an industrial grade refinery setup. We don't have an industrial grade manufacturing setup, but that is not what we are about today. What we are about today is that it is finally time enough for me to actually construct a habitat. We have more or less, like, a very, very severely low-grade industrial complex over here, and it is time, at long last, for me to build my little, hilltop, or would this qualify as a mountain? I don't even know what the altitude is, but either way, for me to build an actual habitat here. I get a cabin up here, and that is what we're building today. So, I guess laying that out, and then we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a start going on here. I don't know if this is going to end up being a little bit ostentatious, given that it is literally the first actual building that we're having around here. But, you know, I think I've earned it. I think I've earned it just at least a little bit. So, just laying out mostly the ground floor at the moment, and future floors will be added. And I might need to shift this stairway across, I think, because this is going to be a pretty tall room otherwise. But, yep, just going to lay it out, and then I will get to actually filling it in. Okay, I think this qualifies as the entirety of the ground level properly laid out. So, we're gonna have a door here, I haven't put that in just yet, then we've got another door out here for a sort of side entrance, and then across down this little corridor, we have another door leading to the rear of the base, so I can access a whole whatever is over here, more or less, and we have a conveyor network running through the building, so on the outside here we're going to have a cargo container, so we can just access the base inventory and as such. We're also going to have one on the indoors right here, which I'm currently working on getting, and there will be a first floor to this, so I have laid that out up here, but of course I haven't quite gotten the first floor entirely done yet. We're gonna have to put a roof over our heads, but I do need to make a quick little trip back over to the mine, so this is what we got for the moment. Oh yes, I've even got a little nice little like terrace just over here. Oh, nice little, not quite a balcony, a porch, that's the one. Yeah, got a nice little porch over here. So if I want to just like sit down in my ASS and just take a look over the valley where we'll have all of the additional homes and whatnot, and then we'll be able to. And I've also got this. Most of the doors in this building aren't this particular style, but I wanted to make sure I actually had an airlock kind of style here, so I've got a pair of sliding doors back to back. So we'll be able to open one of those, close it, and then open the next one and leave, ideally closing that behind us, and that will mean that we then have like this nice regulated temperature kind of room in here, which will be good because I'm probably going to put a whole bunch of like leisure kind of things in here, just for people to actually sit around and play around with and whatnot, and just make sure that they're comfortable and as such. And then this back corridor doesn't have to be so concerned because we can put a door here and seal the whole thing off quite happily, so it won't contribute to cooling too much, because we want to make sure the interior of this building is toasty and warm. Okay, I think that is the layout of the interior conveyor system. We're going to have a few boxes and like drawers and such around here, I'm sure, but for right now we're just actually setting up this main conveyor system, because that will give us access to our industrial grade actual like manufacturing over here. We could do with just actually having a whole ton of refineries just directly attached to the mining station, because industrial grade miners are actually a lot more efficient. They're able to create significantly more out of the same amount of ore compared to our little basic one over there. But also because it takes time, and that's slowing down how quickly I can put things together around here. And I do have a little thing set up here, which I do not believe I'm going to be able to actually completely construct on the sheer basis that it requires medical components. This is a med bay, and actual, like, completion of this is going to require some medical components, which require silver, and unfortunately I am unable to currently craft those because I don't have any silver at all. I don't think we've even found any sign of silver, so I might have to go out driving for that, see what we can find. I am planning on putting the beacon back there once we're done with this, because we need to set that up and let people know that we're at habitation level. And then I will want to very quickly get to the industrial level of things with the refineries and whatnot. But we've got 2 cargo containers, one there under the stairs and one here just by the back door. And we've got some conveyor junctions and whatnot running through. We can add a few more things if we like, but the main thing that we want to be supplying is storage access as well as the medical rooms. And that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I don't know if I can get this place done today. What time is it? Yeah, it is currently like pushing 9 o'clock here. So I probably need to go, like, lie down or something. Let's see, what can I get done today? How much do I need before the next, like, trip? Fully processed all the iron that we have, 428 iron. We can probably get the door going. I mean, it's not gonna be much good. We've still got a lot of open spaces here, but at least it'll be functional. It'll look nice. So, I guess, sure, let's get this to working. And these both require the same things, so I can pretty much just double it. Okay, what do we need? We need 40 steel plate, 80 construction components. Actually, let's just grab what we already have. Okay. One of these requires significantly less, 40 construction. Okay. That is fine. We can manage that. I hope. I want to at least get a door going around here. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, the lensing on this is gorgeous. I like that. Yeah, we can actually see the sun without going blind, which is kind of a significant factor when everything around you is white. But yeah, nice. We still doing that? Good. Okay, blip. There we go, that's one of these. So if yeah, nice. 1/2 of an airlock already. Woohoo. Okay, what more do we need? I like having this cargo container right here, it is so helpful. We need another 12 steel plates, another 40 construction, and some bulletproof glass. Okay. There we go. Is it 15? 12. Well, good to have spares, I guess. We'll have that capacity now. So once that's done, I should have this working, and then it just needs a couple of timer blocks and an actual dedicated button. The controllers here don't really activate properly. They just access the whole, like, computer network around here. So we don't really want that to be, like, the main thing. We mostly just want to have, like, a button around here. And then I guess we're going to want to have one indoors as well, so that we can ensure that people ideally use it. I wonder if I can put a padlock onto this control unit there. Or the console, that's the word. Okay, right. Hooray! And done! Okay, we now have a functioning airlock, everybody. Nice! Now, as I say, this is... calling it an airlock is maybe overstating its purpose. It's more of a heat lock, to ensure that we actually have, like, some cozy warms inside, because we're going to want those. Those are going to be quite important. I wonder if it's worth putting a vent somewhere. Can I... No, I can't really put it under the stairs. Well, that would give you some very nice toasties. Some toasty toesies, I should say. And then we got the conveyors back here, but here we're going to be opening up the outside a lot more often. Maybe I can run some conveyors up to, like, here. Just, like, this point here, and have a duct there for some heating. That'd be good. That'd be nice. But I evidently have to go make another few trips, as well as find out where there might be some silver. But, that's gonna be the end of my report for today, so, hope you've enjoyed this first look at this new millennial home, and I'll catch you all in the next one. This video made possible by my wonderful supporters on Patreon. Their efforts ensure that I'm able to continue making entertaining content, and that a steady flow of tea continues to feed directly into my ancient and twisted heart. To help me and get some fun rewards for joining my seedy cabal of forgetfuls, head over to patreon.com/line.